The system I'm going to teach you about right now in this video helped me, my friends, and my family to travel without anxiety, full with calmness and clarity. This is a system based on a psychological principle which heals traumas, anxiety, OCD, obsessions. The system is called cognitive behavioral therapy, short CBT. You can apply it also to travel anxiety and other various kinds of anxieties, diseases, and traumas. So listen closely to me. I'm not a therapist or anything, but I used the system when I was traveling first time solo from Germany to Slovakia to basically visit my grandparents. And the system helped me to cope with this kind of anxiety because it was very aggressive. I love travel, and I knew back then when I was young that I want to travel my whole life because travel was something which was fulfilling me. And if you like me, then you basically know that travel can give you a lot of in this world. It can show you nice places, you can meet people, but there is something which hinders you from traveling, and this is the anxiety to feel trapped in a plane, to feel trapped in airports, the kind of anxiety which hinders you from traveling, panic attacks at gates. What if this, what if that goes wrong? And all the overthinking you do before you leave for your next travel in the early morning. Let me share something with you. I have practical tips in this video which you can use in order to get rid of this travel anxiety for your next trip. But you need to do exactly what I say you. And please put everything away right now, what you have in your hands, your laptop, your phone, any family you have right now. Go in your room, close and shut the door, and listen to me what I have to tell you. So, what is CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy? So I've done it myself. I suffer from Tourette's and OCD. For my OCD, I've used CBT a while ago to get rid of my tics, my Tourette's, and my obsessions. And I've also used it for this kind of anxiety against my travel. So what do we exactly do? OCD is exposure therapy, and we use OCD for travel anxiety also. We imagine different stages of our travel. This means, let's say we have a travel upcoming and we need to go to the airport in the morning, and we have kind of a fear of how this travel goes. If the Uber arrives on time, if everything goes through right, if we fall down the stairs, for example, if the Uber goes right, if someone detains us at the airport, if I don't know what happens, if we feel okay in the plane, if we need to vomit in the airplane, if someone next to us has a heart attack, all this unknown, all this unproven fears. So the most people tend to overthink and just worry about those fears and experience them again, and again in their lives. So the issue you have here is that if you don't use a strategy to cope these fears, you will still over and over have them. With exposure therapy, use a simple strategy of thinking about those fears and exposing them daily to your life, even if it feels bad, even if it feels not right. For the next trip, you do the following. Let's say you have an airplane trip and you're going to think about the scenario which makes you feel the worst. Okay? I know it is bad, but you need to think through the scenario which makes you feel the worst. For me, it was changing trains. Changing trains from station to station, from platform to platform was the worst scenario ever. I hated changing trains from platform to platform, like from platform 2 to platform 11, like walking down the stairs. It was the heat. It was like 89 degrees Fahrenheit. I had my luggage. I have to walk down the stairs. All the people, the heat. I was sweating. I had panic attacks. It was the worst for me to walk in the heat, changing platforms while crowded environments. It was the worst. So what I did was, over a specific time period, and you can do this like in 2 days. You need to do this like every single day. You need to imagine how exactly does this feel? How exactly does this pain, does this anxiety feel? Revoke it. Do a kind of exposure to it. Revoke the feeling again. Feel the feeling of this situation again. I mean, you experienced this anxiety one time in your life. You know how this feels to be trapped in an airplane and can't get out. You know how it feels when turbulence gets in an airplane, how it shakes, and you feel the anxiety. So evoke that anxiety again in your life. Feel the anxiety of being in a turbulence. Feel this anxiety again. How does it feel to sit next to someone who takes a lot of your space in the airplane and you're just sitting there like this, feeling completely trapped? You can imagine that feeling. We're people with imagination. We can do this. So imagine every single step and do this day per day per day. Set your specific times and places and do it every day and day and day. And you will notice a change in your travel behavior because something interesting happens. Your brain will notice familiarity. Okay. Your brain will become familiar to those situations because it sees them every day. You will become so good in visualizing those situations that you will experience. Your brain will be like, okay, but I experience those situations every day. Your brain will be like, okay, but I had this situation like yesterday when I was in the room. I was sitting next to those fat guy in the airplane. I was like in the security check. Yeah, but yesterday in the room, you were like changing platforms. So what's the problem? Today is like the same day as yesterday, so everything is cool. So as often you do it, the more you get used to it. And if you then live your life and travel more often and do experience, sometimes you will get rid of it. And then you get it in the flow and then things gone perfect. And this is the proven strategy of CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, for travel anxiety. So I hope you liked the approach. Please come back to this video if you tried it. I mean, you've given right now about 8 minutes of your valuable time to my approach. So I love to see your story about this. And if you suffer from travel anxiety, please check the first link in my video description. I have a whole travel program called the Travel Operating System prepared for you, where you can find a bunch of checklists, templates, and a lot of videos. It's one-time payment, so it is a cool community. You can chat with other people, share your thoughts, and discuss topics, but you pay one time. And you can access a bunch of videos, checklists, templates, travel hacks, bonuses, and it's kind of a nice thing to have. If you don't need it right now, you can buy it and access later because I will be doubling the price soon when the product is finished. So just a note on the side, I'm currently editing the videos, so it's not finished. I'm just editing the videos and making the course right now, finishing it. So I hope you liked the video. I appreciate your support. See you in the next one.